relationships and community. So Jean Patel stresses that relationships require consistent effort.
They don't just maintain themselves.
Exactly. They're what you count on when the shit hits the fan, his words again.
Yeah.
So you have to actively put in the effort, reaching out and letting people know how much they mean to you.
It's easy to let that slide when life gets busy. So easy. He underscores, few things are more important than friends and family. These core connections can fray without proper maintenance. Don't get so wrapped up in goals that you neglect them.
That's a common trap, isn't it? Career focus blinds you to personal connection sometimes.
Definitely. He advises, surround yourself with inspiring people, people who constantly uplift you and encourage positive changes.
Your environment shapes you. Makes sense.
And finally, work towards something larger than yourself. Money isn't enough for real fulfillment. Find a way to improve the world meaningfully. Charity, volunteering, giving back, finding purpose beyond just yourself.
That adds a whole other layer of meaning to life.
That's a really powerful set of ideas on continuous learning. I'm particularly struck by Sujan's point that education does not equal school. He argues college is often the least efficient path to learning for many people.
Unless you need that specific degree, like doctor or lawyer. Right. For many, he says, it's not the best route. That feels almost like heresy, given how much emphasis society puts on college. How do you actually find these alternative courses and teachers, he mentions?
Well, it's about embracing curiosity, isn't it?
Oh.
Seeking knowledge actively. It could be online courses, like from 42 courses perhaps, or mentorships, apprenticeships, just reading widely, watching documentaries.
Taking control of your own learning journey.
Exactly. The crucial point is never stop learning. The world changes too fast. You have to constantly update your skills, pursue your interests. Don't rely on what you learned years ago.
He also stresses, constantly expose yourself to new experiences. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, meet different people, hear new ideas, see different perspectives.
Get outside your bubble.
Yes. He specifically says, don't just spout the talking points he heard on the radio. Think critically.
And related to that, never be afraid to ask questions. It's not a sign of weakness.
No, it simply shows that you're interested enough to seek truth and better information. He notes a startling statistic. 2/3 would rather struggle on alone than ask for help or clarification.
Wow, 2/3. That's huge. Asking questions is key to learning faster.
Absolutely. He also talks about boundaries, a massive life skill. Say no so that you can say yes to the right things.
Every yes to something you don't want to do
is a no to something you do want to do, or something that actually aligns with your goals. Learning to say no is powerful.
Definitely. And he highlights learning to develop your own systems, moving beyond school's imposed structures to figure out how you get things done on your own in the real world.
Fostering independence and adaptability. He also has some pretty strong advice about how we spend our free time. He states flatly, TV is a total waste of your time.
Whoa, okay. No nuance there.
Not much. He argues it holds you back from productivity, can be detrimental to your intelligence. Right. The time is better spent on hobbies or learning.
I'm sure that one stings for a few people listening, maybe including us.
Yeah, probably. He also offers a dose of realism. You can do anything, but not everything. Challenge that inflated self-esteem sometimes taught. You can't be a top CEO and a pro athlete simultaneously. Focus matters.
Pick your battles. Choose what's most important.
Right. And while school might imply the bigger the words, the smarter the person in the real world, simple writing wins every time. Clarity beats complexity in communication.
Good writing is clear thinking.
Exactly. He also pushes back against the idea to do whatever it takes to attend higher education, especially if it means crippling debt due to social pressure. Do what's actually best for you.
Question the default path.
Yes. And he adds, you don't need to figure out what you want right now. You can change direction at any time, even at 60. That's incredibly liberating for anyone feeling stuck.
Takes the pressure off having it all figured out by 22.
Totally. And again, knowing the next step is overrated for those big subjective life choices, sometimes you need to trust yourself and take that leap.
He also comes back to gratitude. Gratitude is power. It makes less bothers you and more amazes you. And it's free, fast, and something everyone should practice.
Such a simple, profound truth, easy to forget in the daily grind.
He offers a nuanced view on history, too. History is not always accurate. Yes, learn lessons, but remember, every moment is a unique combination of people, place, and time. Don't just rigidly apply the past, adapt.
Context matters. And while specializing is okay, he thinks you should know a little of everything. Challenge yourself. learn new subjects, connect ideas.
Be intellectually curious. He also debunks the idea that school does not build good habits.
Oh, what does then?
He argues motivation builds good habits. People respond to incentives, internal or external. It's about finding your why.
Inner drive, not just external structure. Makes sense.
And he advises focusing not just on job titles, but on the problems you want to solve. Because job titles can disappear, but problems often remain.
That's a much more resilient way to think about careers.
Yeah. And unlike school's predictable schedule, the real world doesn't revolve around a schedule.
Yeah.
Big opportunities or challenges pop up unexpectedly. You need to be eternally ready.
Mentally flexible,
Yeah.
adaptable. He also challenges the romantic notion that college is not the greatest time of your life.
Blasphemy.
Ha. He argues you can party, learn, socialize intensely at any point in life, not just those 4 years. And finally, envy will get you nowhere.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Exactly. Instead of being envious, figure out what you're jealous of in that person and then work toward developing that trait in yourself.
Yeah.
Turn envy into motivation.
That's a really constructive approach, taking responsibility for your own growth instead of just stewing.
Which leads perfectly to his powerful final point, leap.
Leap.
Yeah. The traditional system, school, often makes us hesitant. We want the perfect plan, guaranteed success. We don't trust our own judgment.
Right, we're trained to follow the rules, the syllabus.
He says, do your research, have a plan, sure.
Yeah.
But don't ever, ever let the system fool you into thinking that there's only one road to success. He urges you, the listener, forge your own path, and don't let anyone hold you back from leaping when you should.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a call to action.
We've covered so much today. Gosh. From rethinking failure and success to mastering communication, managing finances, embracing lifelong learning. It's really clear that the most life-changing things often happen outside the traditional classroom.
Yeah, through active engagement with the world, through taking those leaps, it really raises an important question, doesn't it? If school was, as Jake Kurtz suggested, designed to mold a useful and compliant worker, how does recognizing all these untaught skills empower you to be something more? To be the designer of your own purpose, your own path?
Ultimately, I think this deep dive really shows us that you are the primary architect of your life's curriculum. It's all about taking ownership of your learning, your growth, way beyond any formal institution.
It's an ongoing project.
Exactly. So thinking about all these invaluable lessons that schools often miss, here's a final thought for you. What is one untaught skill you'll commit to actively mastering starting this week to design the life you truly want?